morning and welcome to Morning Wakayans on CHRICED Radio and Television. My name na Princess and today na Tuesday. Inside this 9 o'clock hour, you know so they do them now. We dey carry you enter for Inside Naija. That's not the program. We'll go first start you up with the front pages of newspapers before we come bring sabi people enter inside studio to take check light all the big stories them where they inside the newspapers and inside the news. For instance, example, you go know say the joint body of students now don't come out now, they para. Say, if Ogbonge government no answer their teachers, then where they threaten to go strike because of one or two, then self go show, say they no go just sit down look. That's now one of the big things there. And we don't hear since the PDP go do their national convention, PDP go do their sit down together to do NEC meeting. They don't finally do them and they don't make some very important decisions. To take note in then decide and how they go, you go need to deal with us inside the part 2 of the show when we go to break down the big stories them. But for now, front pages of newspapers don't show. Back, relax. Make we take a very sharp break. When we come back, straight to the papers there.
Hello, my country people of Naija. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say K-Bobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news. Because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears small and make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they tutorial you. Now you go to watch me live on top CHRICED Radio and Television, where we go to break down news analysis well for you. On top of newspaper radio, big story when they happen. Inside program what we call Inside Naija. You go enjoy them well because we go break down for you, you go reason with us and you go understand the grammar well. What you need to do now to follow us on top www.cricedradiotv.com or you can follow us on top all our social media platforms. My name is Olawale Omane. On top CHRICED Radio and Television, your matter now we own.
Welcome back to Inside Naija on top CHRICED Radio and Television. My name na Princess. And without to waste time, make we jump enter inside the newspapers this morning. The Punch newspaper now they lead the way on top the paper waka. And 2027 presidency, Makinde others now go fight for PDP ticket. Party don't zone their 2027 tickets to South and then obedient don't they talk saying like say Obi begin to consider to return back to PDP. APC they insist say the opposition go lose inside 2027. Still for inside the front page of the Punch, Osun, Lagos, now them they lead as 1.3 million Naija people don't complete voter card pre-registration. 13% derivation fund don't reduce the debts where oil producing states they owe by 611 billion naira. NANS, will be joint body of students now, don't swear, say they go shut down very important assets for this country. On top the threat, say ASUU won't go on strike. External reserves, they don't they talk now, say it go hit $45 billion by the end of this year. Still inside the Punch newspaper, ECOWAS go raise $2.5 billion for 260,000 man counter-terrorism force. And military retirees, they ask for increase in their pay and even national honors. Even though Ogbonge government make promises, Ekiti, Ondo, their federal road, still Dabaru, they no fit see and pass. Power generation don't hang for 5,500 megawatts as Bayelsa don't get regulatory authority. All of this and plenty more inside the Punch newspaper of this morning. Following closely, we get the Guardian newspaper, and inside the Guardian, 2027, article don dey show interest, say im go drag as PDP don head for showdown with Tinubu. Southwest leads inside the new voter exercise as Southeast na im dey carry lowest inside people dem wey don do pre-registration so far. US, they defend their new social media vetting for visa applicants. Family, they lament a poor emergency response as woman die for inside Lagos Lagoon crash. 795 financial institutions inside the 1,369 companies where they face torchlightment of say then go against some people privacy data matters them. Still on still, ICPC don't recover 1.1 billion naira from Kano official as state don't squeeze away all the claims on top the matter. Ogbonge government don't they bring come out by force ethics criminal screening for teachers now. Tinubu, they find stronger agreements, stronger deals with Nigeria and Brazil, and even self don't put hand, take sign Basa deal. What will they talk about? The Guardian get the full gist. NDLEA don't bust one drug gang wey frame Nigerian pilgrims for inside Saudi Arabia. Manufacturers don't they lament, say they won't bring back the FOB levy, and it don't they cause small wahala now. The Guardian newspaper, now you go for see all of that and plenty more then. The Vanguard can't jump out by to say PDP don't zone presidency to South, and they talk say APC no good dey fair for how they go take run this election. Plenty small gist they follow inside that big story. You go need to enter the Vanguard, make you for see and koro with your eye. And then family, Lagos Hospital, then the gbos themselves on top say they hold back the dead body of a patient and even talk of ICU charges them. NNPCL Oga say international syndicates now then they exploit the security gaps made for feed the thief crude. Who they talk about, what they yarn about, enter for inside the Vanguard, you go see them there. 5 journalists follow inside the 20 where they don't kill as Israel go do striking against hospital for inside Gaza. On Okigwe massacre, police don't define the assassins where did do killings them for that side. Crisis, they come for fronts inside universities on top to do changes for how the salary structure take the bill. Ogudu, Ifako Bridge, hold up, they continue there even though they don't suspend work for that road. And State of the Nation, Minister Ezekwesili, they give each other gbos for inside NBA conference. Plenty other yarns they inside that story, and a little bit of sports for inside the front page of the Vanguard. 2026 WCQ. That now World Cup qualifiers. Eagles, they're good enough to beat Rwanda and South Africa. Who they talk enter for inside the Vanguard newspaper this morning. All the full gist today there, they wait for you. Running out to take follow the Vanguard this morning. Now the Nation newspaper. The Nation newspaper come out say 260,000 ECOWAS soldiers. Now they don't gather. We go fight terrorism inside the sub-region. Defense, finance, or gas them go work out plans for how they go to arrange the $2.5 billion funding for these soldiers them. Tunji Ojo, Ezekwesili, they talk different color for belle on top the economic changes where Oga Presido carry come out inside Nigeria. Manufacturing Association of Nigeria, they say, may they suspend that customs 4% FOB charge. Ojulari say, tiffing of oil through busting of pipeline don't stop. And say syndicates now them they steal the crude. Still inside, PDP now don't knock out Saraki Bala from 2027 presidential race. And Wike don't come out now say that zoning where they zone now to south, he have vindicates me. Jonathan Makinde Obi nainde for the eye of PDP when it comes to this 2027 presidential race. Lagos, Osun, Ogun, now then they top of people them for Nigeria we don't register for this continuous voter registration. Before policemen say they go occupy National Assembly on September 29. Why? What are we talking about? Enter for Inside the Nation. The Tory they wait for you. Still, Nigeria, Brazil airlink don't start. That say they don't sign one better airline deal between we country and Brazil. Although tertiary institution workers, they lament, say they never pay them their salaries. All this and plenty more inside the Nation newspaper of today. Daily Trust can come out to say 2027 PDP don't close the door against the North. Bonga government don't they give new alert to 9 northern states. Say, oh yeah, get ready. Plenty water of palava flood. It go happen for una side. ECOWAS, that Nigerian body of West African countries, them say they will raise a 260,000 counter-terrorism brigade. People where they live for places like Niger, Kwara, they don't run now as bad guys of bandits. Go there, they do different attack. We take no sweet belly at all. Still inside the Daily Trust newspaper, come and see how drug syndicates they frame 3 Niger people where they even put them in detention inside Saudi Arabia. World Hausa Day celebration go happen inside today. Ulama, others don't change jam for Ogbonge government to Israel deal inside all the tension and attack where they go on for inside Gaza. Osun na in the lead as 1.3 million voters na don't register inside 1 week. All that and more inside the Daily Trust newspaper. Daily Sun come out to say, Ogbonge government, Ezekwesili, they are fighting over economy. Enter there, know what in the fight be about. See all the small G's, then we follow that big Tory there. ASUU don't they want, say strike, they come for front because Ogbonge government, they do delay tactics. Say, the loan what they won't give them, say, them for higher institution, they are not okay with it. They don't want it at all. Finally, PDP don't zone 2027 presidential ticket to South. And then the North now retain the chairman of the party as they confirm the Magum as their chairman. Just enter there, all the other small G's they there to make the Tory street for your belly. Ogbonge government, marketers, they in deadlock, and they say the thing now don't stop the Dangote nationwide fuel rollout. NDLEA don't put detention 5 top oga where they push drugs on top the arrest of 3 Niger people inside Saudi Arabia. CVR, INEC record 1.379 million new registrants all over the country. And National Assembly say our Nigerian democracy don't stable now as they don't induct 785 new workers where they just recruit. Daily Sun, now you go see all of this and plenty more. As we don't be ready to pack our kaya, come up from the front page of the newspapers, make we give you a little bit of sports. Punch Sports Extra. Start by to tell you, say, Galatasaray don't begin to think whether may they involve inside that 30 million euros Onyedika deal. Fulham exploits the weakness for defense inside United. Now waiting Iwobi, the yarn be that. Rivers will not make last season's mistake. Finidi, then they talk that one. And on World Cup qualifiers, Chile, they promise to prove those people that would doubt them wrong. Saka, Odegaard out of Liverpool clash. That one, 9 day there. Itoma don't set to return to the ring inside December. What next for Boniface and Lookman as they not sure of how their future will be as they fail to be transferred inside the season? Wolves don't table 20 million euros for Uche. City, they suffer blow of a transfer of Rodrigo. And still, Chelsea, they're really serious. They want to have Garnacho and Simons to their side. Oyede don't name Cricket World Cup qualifier squad. And finally, the Tigers, that our male basketball team, carry 5th position inside the final ranking of the Afro basket competition. And this, now the much, we'll go fit carry con give you on top the front pages of newspapers this morning. But do yourself a favor, do yourself a good one, by to try get at least one of these newspapers then, make you for read the full stories then, make you day informed. Not just follow by waiting there for the front pages. Get the gist them, make you know waiting they play. Till we'll come again on top this same station, this same time, another set of front pages of newspapers inside Naija. My name na Princess Anyana. Next, na the big stories them inside the news. No go anywhere, we dey come back now.
Hello, my country people of Naija. It don't take small where I say yo. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say Kebobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news. Because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears money make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they tutorial. Now you go to watch me live on top CHRICED radio and television, where we go to break down news analysis well for you. On top of newspaper radio, big story when they happen. Inside program what we call Inside Naija. You go enjoy now well because we go break down for you, you go reason with us and you go understand the grammar well. What you need to do now to follow us on top www.cricedradiotv.com or you can follow us on top all our social media platforms. My name is Olawale Omoneye. On top CHRICED radio and television, your matter now we own.
Welcome back to Inside Naija with Princess on top CHRICED radio and television, where your matter now we own. And sharp, the big to reach them. A lot of things being happened between yesterday and today, from the matter of, say, the People's Democratic Party finally do their National Executive Committee meeting. And out of it now, they don't do one or two arrangements them. That's now one of the things that we're going to discuss. Then we'll also take you to the Independent National Electoral Commission, where they tell us, say, now the Southwest, now in the lead. You guys say now the Southwest, now in the lead inside the number of people that we don't register so far for the continuous voter registration. That one self we'll talk about. Then we'll also still talk about this issue of joint body of universities. Their teachers now, don't they shout, say they go do strike. And the students are not taking it lightly. We will also talk about that one. And if time still there, before we go round up the show, the gbos between Madam before Minister and the current minister on top how the country take be, now another matter we'll go look into. But not me go they do the talking. My owner to just lead you in while my oga at the top go be the person we go to break down the pieces, the matter for where all of us go together understand them. I get my usual oga, usually we'll call her the usual suspect, my oga at the top. Kola Wale on money inside the studio to take follow us chop mouth on top this matter. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Princess.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's start with some politics news. People's Democratic Party finished their 102 meeting yesterday, and rising up from the meeting, they don't zone their presidential ticket to the south. And as they do it now, Wike in age don't come out and say, okay, I've been vindicated. Obedience, they talk, say, Obi they think whether Ingo can use that one now to return back to the PDP. And then AP, somebody, one oga for PDP and the former presidential can they also come up and say, this thing where they do, it not be good decision. So they just give this sitting presido automatic ticket to win. But as all that one they go on, it come out as they say, Atiku don't say, in go follow drag the presidential election. What do you have to say about all these developments inside the political space between yesterday and today?
Yeah, if you check the political pattern, the way we've been run politics in Nigeria, go no say it go hard any politician not to factor zoning or any political party. And they allowed in their provision anyway. I mean the party constitutions. You understand? Even though at a point they could all say, okay, they know they to respect them when they know say they go no go their side. Now this move now PDP supposed to make in 2023, we they no green make. Unfortunately, them pay for them. You understand? Because if to say them be respect, in fact, not be only 2023 now PDP don't they suffer this problem of whether zoning or no zoning. You remember say now the conditions say okay, Northerners want make their candidates come from the north in 2014, 2015. Now the reason why Jonathan be lose that election too, where APC been come on board. We understand the fact say APC been do their primary assignment well, but this is one of the contributing factors then. Because at that point, they have this feeling, say, the political party and the ruling party then, they don't already give Jonathan to rule for 6 years. Giving Jonathan another mandate to be 10 good years. Now, the reason why many of their key party members been come out from the party that time, at a point they were even having new PDP here and there. With them vex come out, say they no go agree, they no go allow Jonathan to continue. So zoning no be today thing, now don't they affect PDP. So now that they decided that okay, it's so unfortunate, say be like say neck don't they come out from the head before they make this final decision this time around. Because now waiting they be the expect from INEC government that time when he be national party chairman, the senator, how you say okay, make it now just declare them openly. And one of the reasons why it is easy and faster for them to achieve this now, because Atiku don't already come out from the party. Because they had the pressure, okay, if Buhari be don't do 8 years that time, will you see now, you know how strong PDP is, and you know the situation of Nigeria where we never reach that level where you go talk, say, okay, regardless of any president where they in charge, I'm okay. In as much say the country they move. We no reach that level. Everybody still want this rotation. At a point, Jonathan was saying, okay, can we follow the advice of Abacha? We could make sure, say, okay, do 6 years and make sure, say, he rotates from every single geopolitical zones, or maybe from south to north, from north to south, or from each geopolitical zone, may everybody get share of leadership. But they still no agree. They talk say Jonathan be the look for how he want take elongate in his tenure that time. He still talk say okay, this thing no go start, the implementation no go start for my head. But unfortunately, the reason why they no go listen to him that time, he had the intention to rerun. So if you talk say no go start from his end, he may even end up spending more than 4 years or 6, because the moment you are in charge, they still have this impression you have stand a chance of winning election. So they did not even listen to him that time, and it's still affecting us till today. So it go hard any political party or opposition political party wey know say a particular political party don already spend 8 years, or region don spend 8 years. You now carry your candidate that win your primary election from that same region, and you want make Nigerians vote am, and the situation don scatter past that level. At a point, remember, na Tinubu supposed to be running mate of Buhari. Just common religious factor. Now, Obasanjo been advised them that time, say, may no fly Muslim ticket. Just because of that, he had to wait for 8 years before he eventually became a president. This time around, it's okay, let us try it this time, whether the religion go take role or not. He brought in Fatih and Shetima, but he was able to make it, you understand? But taking that risk of saying a particular region don't spend 8 years, you are still having your candidate that won your primary election from that same region to now elongate it to 12 years. It go hard that party to win election in Nigeria right now. And one of the reasons why it go hard any serious political party right now, we no go align with this move where PDP be make yesterday.
So we're expecting more of them to zone to the south.
In fact, all of them, except if they are not ready to win election. Because they don't already see, okay, what strategy can we use to defeat Tinubu as we speak right now? It's more of a done deal for Tinubu. He go get return ticket from APC.
But you saying, say, if any of them now zone out to the north, no hope for that person. Say, people know we can't look, say, oh, too much south, like then share, and then the north will now emerge winner.
Here is the point. If you are zoning it to the north, ruling party don't already get sure banker of say, okay, we are going to the south. One of the grudges of people where they run away from PDP, including Wike, where they talk say they don't vindicate them now. Now, because of this same crisis, say, una won't rule forever, you understand? And now they still have the impression, say, okay, Buhari ruled for 8 years. Tinubu will soon complete his 4 years. So they won't just want to let it come back to the north without finishing that 8 years rotation again. That's the pattern they want to be using to operate. What really scattered the entire process after Obasanjo spent 8 years was because Yar'Adua died. If not, they too would have finished their own 8 years. You understand?
Now, Ogakola, if they follow, you are talking the party, but what of Nigerians? Do you think Nigerians will also vote in this, now south, now north, or Nigerians will vote a candidate? Because a lot of people have been saying, say this 2027 now is between Nigerians and APC. So do you think if they vote, if maybe some of them zone out to other northern, that people will not go to vote candidates, not region?
If you understand the point, in an ideal situation, that is
the reality.
You are talking in an ideal situation. But in reality, in Nigeria right now, the situation don't pass, oh, what's supposed to be? What's supposed to be is that, do we have a credible candidate? Who is this person? What is he capable of doing? Who are the kind of people we put in his cabinet? That's supposed to be what we should be looking at, not the location where the person comes from. But that has not been the case in the situation of Nigeria. For instance, let us start from 1999. It was because of June 12 crisis in Nigeria where they feel like, oh, they cheat Yorubas. Now the reason why they thought, okay, this time around, let us give it to Yoruba. Even though everybody go contest, we already know the direction where we they follow. Now the reason why you see is that the main presidential candidate that time, the first and the second, are from Yoruba, Falaye and Obasanjo. You understand? He did his 8 years, now coming to the north. The north too, unfortunately, Yar'Adua did struggled to do 2 years. And Jonathan finished the remaining 2 and he entered, do another 4 years. They had this impression that, oh, we not finish our 8 years that time. Jonathan can't carry him. So not, guys, the Buhari return, finished 8 years. So that rotation template, they still want it to continue in that manner. For instance, a situation whereby you even see some people, they say, okay, we don't even do one come out from Nigeria so that we can have our own region, Biafra now. Say, okay, because we never get this slot. So with that impression, with the fact that even whether people want to agree with me or not, religion even had the role that it played for Obi to get 6 million. You understand? These same region issues, okay, now South 9 be the next, Emilokan. He still contributed to the reason why they voted Obi and that of Tinubu. So you can't just take away all these factors from politics as we speak right now.
Expect any surprises in 2026?
The surprise you can get is if you get a political party that emerge their northern candidate as we speak right now, it go add the person to win. Now the reason, in fact, now because of this same zoning factor, now one of the reasons why you see the likes of Amechi and Obi, where then they talk, say, okay, now only 4 years, then go do. Because they already know the implication of saying they want to do 8 years. They want power to shift from south to the north every 8 years. Where the challenge come dey and where drama still dey for front, we say, okay, if you say the entire south, where then get 3 geopolitical zones, you just say south. Where in the south? For instance, Obasanjo, southwest. Tinubu, southwest. Is still aspiring to do more from that same region. South don't get 6 years. Southeast never get anything. So if you check some of these things, that one still come to play with the drama wey dey for front, and the reason why they still dey permutate, say, okay, maybe Obi might return to PDP.
But do you see that as a possibility?
In the politics, anything can happen because PDP, Nigeria know they too see PDP like, oh, na credible political party as we speak right now. They just want to know who go be their candidate before they go fit talk, because it appears as if the party don already die right now.
Let's say Obi go there, like he don't get, because from waiting in age they talk. He say he won't first watch how Labour Party, the one where they come for November, I can't remember the state, they come for November. Won't see how the governorship will go before he go no. So now let's say he go back to PDP. Do you think they have a chance?
They have
Maybe
a chance.
Strong contender.
They have a chance. Unlike the way we've been see right now, say who this party won't bring to come and challenge Tinubu. Sincerely speaking, if PDP should settle for Obi today, even the Tinubu camp will get serious headache that they will need to fix. They need that, because you know what it means. Number one, people need credible candidates to push for. And if you check among all the people where they talk say they won't contest now, I'm not telling you say Obi na Messiah. I'm not saying Obi na clean pass everybody. But if you check, if you get two options for grant, if you want check and say, oh, what are people saying about this person? You go know say he still get that credibility past some of the other candidates we will get. That's number one. Then number two is that if you want to check the party structure and the strength where PDP get as we speak right now, nationwide, you can't take it off them. They still get that structure nationwide. PDP is still among the party that will be able to have their agents in each of the polling units nationwide. Labour Party does not have the strength. You understand? ADC no get them. Except now that they are now getting all the former guys that they are mobilizing themselves together, maybe they can be able to at least raise their shoulder. They no get them. After APC, now PDP, the structure is still there. In fact, if Obi returns, many of the aggrieved party members who don't already go, many of them might return.
So what of Seyi Makinde? Because there's also unconfirmed, but small rumor today. They say Seyi Makinde today interested. So this one don't pave way for them to.
Yes, if say no bad say then get interest. After all, Konkoso had interest alongside that of Buhari and Atiku. Then they did their primary. But among all these interests we're talking about, which one they more credible pass, where people go really pay attention to pass, who they don't test before? Makinde was just operating or currently still operating in his state. But Obi don't test, he don't get 6 million votes. You understand? Even with party where they know they too see like saying a national party. So incredibility, because of incredibility and because of say okay people too like him, or because of the fact of say oh now South now him be the next turn, because oh now Christian he be all those factors that time, he got 6 million. He got it. You understand? With ease. To an extent that even some people use that as credibility to win elective positions as we speak right now at the National Assembly, at the state level. So if you want to check it, if you want to weigh the chances, I think PDP will decide to go for Obi than that of Seyi Makinde, if they really mean business anyway, because he was frustrated out when he saw the way the situation of primary go be that time. He left the party. And now that PDP be done, they contemplate, oh, maybe we should bring back Jonathan. Jonathan no talk saying they active politics right now, but Obi still they fully in charge. And we still have strong guys in charge of PDP in the north that can work for him. If you now get a very strong running mate that will be able to push stuff for him too in the north. And just imagine, say, the Obi movement again, move back to the PDP to come and contribute to their quota with whatever move they want to make. There is a serious headache for the presidency.
Okay, so but quickly, you get this guy, one a top PDP oga, Benga Olawepo Ashim. Don't come out now and say that decision to him, it don't make sense. In the own word, he say PDP just pave way. Sure, they have just open way for Tinubu to win the re-election bid.
It depends. We can't conclude as we speak right now. What of if they have Obi back? If they get Obi back, they no be pave way. Now fight, now battle. Now they won't do. They are going to the battlefield. Because if PDP can have Obi back.
In a word, he say most of the people now will push for this Jonathan. They are the same people that are inside the PDP, but they say they are working for this sitting president.
In fact, if PDP been get Jonathan back, it won't give presidency that kind headache where go give if then will be back. You understand? So I may not agree if then talk say, okay, as we speak right now, it's more of how they don't already win the battle. Truly, if you check the South, you go know say Southwest gets strong hold, you understand? But don't forget, Obi won election in Lagos, not state election, presidential election in Lagos. He won. He won in Abuja here. He won in a few number of northern states. Just now imagine that we know that we still have PDP also strong in some part of the north too. So you know what it means if Obi can return to the PDP. At that point, people will not be seeing PDP as a party where then they always get issues with. They are only seeing the figure, the individual will enter them right now to just leverage that platform to clinch whatever it needs, not because of say, okay, PDP. Because the truth of the matter is that if you check all these political parties, is there any one you can say, oh, this one now be the most credible based on the caliber of people where they inside? Now, this jumpology factor make every political party relevant in Nigeria. Because this one jump from here, you are condemning it, you jump to another party. So which one is the messiah among them? None. It's just the platform they need to operate.
Yeah. None of them be the Messiah. Time don't they count so quickly. Make we go to Independent National Electoral Commission. INEC now run come out say in a week where they say make continuous voter registration start. Say 1,379,342 Nigerians now don't complete pre-registration. So far that's not the online one. But they say yesterday will be Monday, then start the physical registration for their offices. Now, Osun State, they lead, Lagos State follow. In short, Southwest, sorry, now they lead for the people that will register pass, followed by the South, then the North. East, now be lowest for registration. Other states with the year like thousands, other regions with the year thousands. For inside East with the year hundreds. Waiting this thing. Really they tell us about Nigerians and election matters.
Yeah. They tell us say people not to pay attention to registration and election matters again, where they call voter apathy, you understand? Getting the number high in the Southwest, they might not be able to sustain it anyway because the level of awareness about the registration might not be that huge in the North. But we know we have the number of people who get more interest in the North. If you check the voting pattern in Nigeria, Northern guys then get more interest in politics than other locations nationwide. And this Biafra factor again is still affecting Southeast. You understand? Say, we are not interested in anything called Nigeria. That ideology is still there. It's still a contributing factor that many people don't, in fact, that particular region, they don't even believe, say, they really get their time for anything. So their leaders need to do more of voters' education than all this political campaign where we see here and there.
As the leaders of the East.
Of the East, you understand? Politicians, political parties there. It's part of the responsibility of political parties to embark more on voters' registration, even than that of political campaign they are doing. You understand? So they need to get that interest. The truth of the matter is that when you check the principles of democratic system of government, they can't just hand it over to you. That's one of the counter accusation about some people that say, okay, women should get involved in politics, they should give women some certain age. So no, if you want to check the principle of democracy, it's a game of number. So you need number to push for whatever you need. For instance, if people announce, okay, now people are now pushing for it, but not even carry them, it get as a bay. Because regardless of any intention you have, regardless of how you love your candidate from that particular location, you must be able to take a step first before the registration elapses for you to register. At that point, if for now you are not even interested in any Nigeria thing, something may push to something that will trigger you to say, okay, me too, I want to go and contribute my quota, I want to perform a civic responsibility. But at that point that you are now making that decision, if you don't get voters card by now, it go hard you to do. So they need to get registered and they need to get involved in politics. Whether it is good or bad, we can correct the narrative by our action or inaction.
But this 1.3 million registrants, that's new registrations, it not be good sign.
Now, good sign, say, oh, shortly after they make the declaration, we don't see some of these. Now, good sign, but we have to understand the motive of the people who make that move before you can say, okay, all is well. Because it's not by that number of people we register. It will from the number of people who register now, the number will be dropping to number of people who go make decision or make action to say, I want to go and collect my PVC. You understand? Registration first, the number go reduce. No be all of them. Because they will still do plenty campaigns now. No be all of them go collect their PVC. So among the number of people who collect PVC again, we still see reduction between the number and the number of people who go make that final decision on that day to say, I won't go vote. So it's not by the registration. It's a good move, but it's not by the registration. It's by knowing the figure of people who go make that final decision on that day. If we now compare note to the previous election, oh, we are making progress.
Anyway, National Commissioner and Chairman for the Informate and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekun, say this continuous voter registration where INEC they do go run for full year. So it go end on August 30, 2026. So do yourself a favor, if they go on now in all the 774 local government areas for Nigeria, 811 centers. They say if you even do transfer. Anyway, just wait till the end of the show. We'll still give you a little bit of update on top of that one. So that you go do your registration, do online, still go do the physical one, and then know where to go take them. Like even Obi don't first talk. Now your vote, now your voter card be your power. Now it be your weapon. Try, make sure say you get them. Now, ASUU, where be the joint body of university teachers now, don't they threaten, say they go close down schools, say they won't go do strike. And then one of their parents are still the 2009 renegotiated contract with Ogbonge government. They say they don't want the IPPIS, they want UTAS, they say they dissolve their governing board, they know they pay them allowances, they just the parasha, say their welfare, no they important to government. And say, in short, one even talk, say, them now cannot even afford to train their own wards and their own children. They have resorted to borrowing to send their own children to school to take care of their own. So the embarrassment is getting too much. But as that one they go on, the joint body of Nigerian Students, National Association of Nigerian Students, don't come out now and say it is getting too much. Say they no go just hold down now they look this time. Say if government no answer ASUU and ASUU go ahead and do that strike, then go mobilize all of their own members, shut down airports, offices, train stations. Sure, they will shut down Nigeria because now them they suffer when these things happen. Okakola, what do you think of this?
Yeah, it makes sense because unfortunately, whether we like it or not, ASUU strike calendar has been added to our academic calendar annually. Occasionally, we used to skip a year, and that is what we are seeing right now. They don't already skip last year throughout. There was no long strike like that. So now with the witness that is looming right now, the way in both people they talk them, and if you check them, the last one where they were pronounced, where everybody hear about them, now 8 months. When we get an average of 8 to 9 months for a whole academic year in a year, so then we waste complete 1 year. Unfortunately, many students will not be able to graduate at the required time. Some of them will even be denied to go for NYC because of this. They know they put conditions. So in case ASUU strike happen, we go add 8 months. In case you don't already reach 30 years, you go make sure say you serve. You understand? They go collect exception letters here and there, and so many other factors. Some people wey uncle don't promise work. Oh, before you can eventually graduate, the uncle no get in charge to give and work again. So many factors where they take at least alter destinies of many Nigerian students. It no make any sense. For instance, if you come imagine, just come here again, say, okay, now agreement of 2009, now they talk up till now. And the incoming government go talk, say, no, I wasn't part of this agreement, you understand? And they handed over everything to you. Because it's not by carrying ASUU matter to go give Mr. President. If they hand it over to Ministry of Education, you have inherited it. You have to take care of it. 2009, then it was Yaradua. Then after, Jonathan, then Buhari. Till today, they are still mega shouting on top of this one. The one we can complicate them on top of the drama of IPPIS. They be raise alarm that time, say this thing no too make sense. Government also say they want to use and fight corruption. Unfortunately, the corruption where they want fight now, former Accountant General of the Federation, they see the accuser and say Kolobi 107 billion naira on top of IPPIS. And for instance, at a point you say, oh, you want to fight corruption, you want to get rid of ghost workers, you want to do this, you want to save so amount of naira. Only individual, one person, then they look for 107 billion naira. Till today, you understand? And I don't talk that princess, if then they give you 100,000 naira every day like this, so you go 700,000 today, spend that tomorrow. For years, almost 20 years, you'll be spending that money, you never spend 1 billion naira. Somebody now Colombia 107 billion naira, the matter still there on top of IPPIS. These people are saying, okay, we have what is better. Users, make una use them. They thought say that one, go still work. So if you check some of these agitations where then they ask for, you go know say it dey genuine. And even the government we're supposed to implement and execute their plight, they know say their agitation dey genuine. They agree with them, but now implementation might be the problem. So it dey unfortunate. It's not something where they're supposed to allow it to happen again. And the action way students will be wanting, I totally in support. It's democratic.
Yes, you say they go feed one.
I hope say no go even happen.
Shut down train station, shut down critical infrastructure and assets inside this country.
One good thing about the current government be say whenever they hear this kind of a threat, then they always listen and they take action. They may engage them. But not that engagement is my problem. What happens after the engagement? After the promises, oh, they will say, we'll do this, we'll do that. I remember at a point, there be one embark on a strike like this. Okay, I think because of as a result of this strike in Abuja.
Okay, the
teacher strike in Abuja. NANS, they be one embark on strike that time. They were engaged and they solved the matter immediately. So we want that kind of intervention right now. Not because of the lecturers alone. Because the students already see, say, now their future and they scatter like this. So if that's not the case, we want them to also engage these people. Is by, it's okay, lecturers, what are you guys talking about? How can we manage this kind of a situation? Because now something where they're supposed to factor into every single year budget on how they want to implement some of these their agreements. So if they don't do that, I hope that now we'll be able to at least make their threat happen. It's not by saying, okay, we are instigating them against the government, but by making government know, say, okay, they really need to take care of them. Because the only language where government people be understand, we say, okay, we want to go on strike, we want to do protests. At that point, they will now be listening. And I hope say there will be no counter protests again, pro-government protests.
This matter, they said they get meeting on August 28th. Yes, they get meeting on August 28th with government. But the joint body of ASUU don't say that August 28th meeting ain't going to be their last. Maybe even if nothing come out of it, they are going. And then both ASUU and NANS don't set that August 28th meeting as a decisive moment for the government to act. According to what NANS they talk, they say the message they clear. Say make it there on record. If they no stop this strike, they will bring the country to a shutdown until the future of Nigerian students don't they secure. They say time for games is over. Ogbonge government acts now. ASUU act responsibly, and Nigerian students no go sit down, fold hand, they wait, make their future they wasted. That's now how they end their talk.
Yeah, it's a good move that they are making the move right now, because before now, then they always, maybe when the strike don't already start, they'll go say, okay, them too, we protest, they will do this. But at least, as ASUU been the threatening government right now, then too, they do their own threatening. Meaning say, ASUU go sit down for house, no work for them. While students, we're supposed to day for class, then too go enter street. You know, say the situation like that, go too day palatable for the government. So they may want to avoid it. And I hope they avoid this kind of a looming strike.
And finally, Oga Minister of wetin dey happen inside Naija, Minister of Interior, that na Oga Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, with before Minister for Education Vs Ezekwesili, dem meet for this ongoing MBA conference, this conference where our judge, lawyer people then they do for Enugu. So in the course of panel, like how they go sit down panel and they talk, inside asking of question, there Oga Minister for Inside Interior come out say, Kai, wetin Nigeria need right now, now to they do research. They put eye more inside the issue of production, not be just to they do consumption. You get any word? He said, China, they spend so much for research and development. But Nigeria, we spend much on just to they provide infrastructure. Say until, we also begin to do research, begin to do development, say our growth and prosperity of economy no go happen. As he talk, Naima there is a question, he say, no. What is she now come talk? Say, no, say na Ogbonge government. Now he put Nigeria people for the serious poverty where we dey now, sake of that remove of subsidy. In her own word, she say the remove of subsidy no be bad thing. It was a very good plan, but the time we then do am na in dey wrong. She say it is a tough job to defend this APC government. You can do the right policy, but if you do am for the wrong way, then problem dey. You get, he can't carry this issue of subsidy, and she still talk and say, Oga Presido Bola Tinubu announcing subsidy is gone. Moment after they put you for chair, say, Kai, it was not really done well. Say, now that thing ganga, now it push plenty Naija people now into the poverty where we dey now. What do you think?
On top of this subsidy, we don't talk I'm tired, and I will still reiterate my point anyway. But before we go to that, let us talk about what the Minister of Interior been talk on top of research. How do we even encourage people where they do the research to make sure, say, they do and well, and whatever they discover, we promote it? For instance, it was because then talk, say, the people, the scientists, then they always look for problems. When they see problem, they want to solve it. Now we know, the artificial intelligence, now you see the way the thing they move right now. Some people, we don't already identify some problems, they want to solve it. Now, when you take your time to solve that problem, they will now say, okay, get a reward in return, which is prize. Now, for instance, we just talked about ASUU strike. When government go obodo oyinbo go borrow IPPIS, ASUU say we get capacity to do UTAS, to make it work for waiting and go borrow for obodo oyinbo. Then do am till today, just because of that sentiment of say, okay, we no want make and university use this thing, instead of government to encourage them, okay, this thing, so you guys even have the capacity to do something like this. How can we build on it to make sure, say, okay, not only for you guys in the university, we can even get rid of this IPPIS, give them for the obodo oyinbo guys. Let us make use of what you guys do. Do you know what it means? If they experiment that thing for 1, 2, 3 years and it works very well, other neighboring countries will come here to say, okay, we want to come and learn from UTAS. Oh, can you guys also do UTAS for us? Do you know what it means if they are selling it to them? Unlike we going to obodo oyinbo to go and buy application on top of IPPIS, there are only one individual colombi the money. So these are the kind of move that we can make truly to make sure, say, we are self-reliant. University is built to solve problems, apart from even equipping people to be educated. Identify problem, do research. If you go check the budget that these people are committing to research, probably whether they implement or they don't implement, some of them get provision of being sponsored, go obodo oyinbo to go do research.
Sure.
You understand? Everything should not be on paper. You write it on paper. Many people don't even get time to read. Can you experiment it? Can you make it in practical? Can we make use of some of these things locally? If you want to enter every single sector, you will know, saying we dey lag behind. For instance, in electricity now, we are still importing prepaid meter. There is a problem, and we see the kind of shortage that we are trying to meet the gap of over 7 million meters in Nigeria. You will identify problem. Oh, Nigerians need meter, they no get them. But we are still importing them. Most of the local producers, they say, oh, they good enough. What can government do to make it be good enough for them? They are not doing this. Many Nigerians now, they are wearing ABBA shoes. But guess what?
they have to put made in Italy inside that same shoe in Aba for them to buy it. Because of the same mentality. To them, I'm wearing made in Italy, but not made in Nigeria. You understand? So we need to venture into some of these things for us to get things right. And it's a way of boosting our economy. I totally agree with him. But are we really taking it seriously and genuinely? The answer is no.
So now, like mouth, he just they make.
Yes.
Talk and you know this is the thing to do, but now the action we
Oh, they cheap. Anybody can talk. I can tell you, say from here now, the next thing I will become a president tomorrow.
True.
In Nigeria, talk too very cheap. But what action are they putting in place to materialize some of these things? I just mentioned about now. If you see the fantastic things that those guys are doing there, most of the clothes you guys are wearing here, they say, oh, now, but nah, lie. It's being made there. To an extent, they're even providing with the couple cars here and stuff like that. You are not promoting them. You don't encourage them. You get a market in Kano here. When you enter now, shoes. You get so many things there. You are not encouraging these people. You don't set up a policy that will say, okay, every single, for instance, just say all politicians in Nigeria, if you know say you want to be in my cabinet, you will never wear made in US, made in American product. It has to be made in Nigeria. Say it's a policy. If you do that, don't attend my function. If you do that, you will be sacked. Trust me, at a point in this country, there is a particular material where they talk article. Article, if you remember, because article like to wear them. Just imagine saying a product of Nigeria. Now all these are textile industry. Now they produce that material. You don't know what it means to economy? When they were saying article, before you know it, they say, oh, Jagaban clothes. Do you know how many people that will be interested in wearing Jagaban? But most of them, including food they are eating in government houses, they are imported. So what are we talking about? These are the kind of things that they can put policy in place that will naturally pave way for those people that are embarking on those businesses and will encourage more people to venture into it. But that seriousness is not there. We have most of these policies on paper. I think it was last week that Russia was saying we will never allow our military uniform to be produced outside the country again. And they said they are facing it out. Next 2 years, they will make sure that none of the clothing materials is imported. Those people will implement it. They know they thought, make them go keep on for paper. Those are the kind of seriousness we need here. Politicians need to take that move before others will follow. We like bandwagon things in this country. Whatever our leaders are doing, we want to inculcate. So why can't they lead by example?
But there's already that Nigeria first policy. If you remember one of the days where we talk, where Oga Dangote come out, they say, may they not they even import crude. They also do that Nigeria first policy inside the oil sector. Where Oga President Bola Tinubu bring inside this renewed hope agenda idea.
It's renewed hope agenda is not on paper. We should see it in practical. Do you know how much the textile industry we are losing there? Because importation has already scattered business for them. The material they are bringing from abroad is cheaper than what they are producing in the country. Because of, they say, ease of doing business. Where is the policy of ease of doing business in Nigeria? We're examining some of these policies that are supposed to encourage these people. You introduce ease of doing business, you introduce band hey for them to be paying hugely on top of electricity. Ease of doing business, you remove subsidy on petroleum, on diesel. Ease of doing business. Ease of doing business, you are introducing more taxes on top of these people. Many of them are closing shop. A textile company industry in a Katsina dismissed over 3,000 workers lately that they had to agitate, they had to even protest to the media. Because of what? They said what they call it, electricity bill used to be 30 million naira before, from 30 million to 90 something million naira monthly. How can they survive in that kind of environment? And if you now say, okay, if these people agitate to you, you want to find a way of intervening, can you give them soft loan? Can you do this? When they want to implement that soft loan again, it will enter into the hands of politicians, not the people that are doing the real business. So we have policies everywhere in place, but they are poorly implemented, and it's not giving us the required results.
So the obvious question is talking because a good policy, but at the wrong time.
This is what all of them have been saying. the question you now ask is that when is that right thing?
He said some things should have been put in place.
What are those things? The reason why I don't like choking more mouth on top of subsidy is that I don't like to support illegality. And I don't talk what Tinubu government should have done to make sure say e no continue with the illegality wey Buhari government been start for 18 good months. Now to say, okay, I'm taking a bill to the National Assembly to make sure say they had provision of subsidy inside PAA, Petroleum Industrial Act, because they don't already sign am into law and no single provision for subsidy inside PIA. And Buhari government run now for 18 months, say he won't make him party win election again. Say if he remove am, they no go win election. You understand?
Say that's two way they contest. They all said they will remove it. But that the way, like she talked, she said not be bad idea. But reform, things should have put in place. That the reform was not prepared for.
The people wey talk say they're ready to remove am, them too. Was there any how there? They no go talk am. They are saying this. They just want to make move to make sure say, okay, we condemn whatever move that government been done. For instance, now
would have been done to make the thing easy for country people. Do you agree? Say that remove actually cause for waiting make Nigerians they face waiting that they face today?
Yeah, I totally agree with them.
Okay.
But what complicated the issue? They call them double barrel policy. Now me they always call them like that. Devaluation of naira and removal of subsidy.
So therefore do
to say now subsidy alone, I then remove as you speak right now, we should be around 500 naira, 600 naira per liter. And I want to, you will agree with me that the situation wouldn't have been more complicated the way it is right now for Nigerians. Because what it means is that the dollar rate against naira, because now dollar market now be oil sector, if for no worse like the way the situation there right now.
Yes.
Do you understand? But it can't devaluate naira, it can't remove subsidy, it complicates the entire process. That was what led to this situation where we find ourselves right now. But to say, why did he remove? And another thing, even the aftermath of removal, I see not they okay with the current government, the way that they manage the aftermath of removal. It could have been easier and simpler for them and be so clear to Nigerians. If you can say, okay, I've been able to get this figure as a result of the subsidy where I come out, and this is what I'm committing into. Now, the area where I want Nigeria focus their attention more on it be that part of it now CNG where they be introduced as a result of subsidy removal. How are Nigerians getting access to it now? They are still struggling to get it. So these are the kind of policy we need to now follow up with. Okay, una talk say, okay, if now come out this one, now go make this one easy for us. Now won't buy buses, now won't buy cars, now won't do this. What is an update on that? Now, waiting we're supposed to ask be that the devaluation of naira, sincerely speaking, even wonjure us more than the subsidy where they remove. And people know they too talk about that one. They focus more attention on this subsidy.
Ordinary citizens not really understand.
For instance, how much then they carry flight? Say they won't go Obodo before, even within the local flight before. You understand? Because the jet, waiting that they call them jet fuel.
The fuel
where aeroplane they use, know they high the way the situation there right now when they never devaluate naira. You know, say subsidy no dey on top of those ones before. It no dey on top of this before, and we no die. You get now only on top of petrol now they come out subsidy, but now that dollar now can affect almost every single move where we been they make. So they need to talk more on that. Unfortunately, I always talk and say I will blame Tinubu government more on devaluating his naira compared to that of what they call them, compared to the subsidy where they come out. So that is what I be they talk about.
All right. Anyway, it all talk shall say waiting Oga Minister of Interior talk no bad, but the problem no be to talk not the implementation. And Oga Kola don't share with us in own idea on still this issue of removal of subsidy in the ask say if they are saying it was not prepared for waiting exactly they supposed put on ground, where if for take not be as the end up being. But this now where we go take close mouth for the matter. Thank you so much, Kolawole Money, for showing up.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and as we conclude the show, make I still go back to tell you, say INEC say they don't start the physical side after you don't do your online registration. Yesterday will be Monday all over the country. You go now need to go their offices. They say both new applicants, those ones that were pre-register online, you go complete your registration physically for INEC Center where they go come capture your biometric. They say this exercise they happen in 811 centers all over the country, plus the 774 local government area offices and state offices. Registration now from 9 o'clock for morning, go reach 3 o'clock for afternoon, Mondays to Friday. And now for only Nigeria people. In our day for abroad person, if you are a Nigerian, naturalized Nigerian, and you are 18 years and above, you never registered before, just go for INEC online portal, www.cvi.inecnigeria.org. Go that site, then you go see, say you can do your pre-registration, you fit check your PVC status, you fit locate registration center, even information for transfer of voter, replacing your lost or damaged card, and even update your personal details. Like I tell you, Nigerian people, where they 18 years and above, will never register before. No do double registration, no. If you don't register before, I better no try them again. Now illegal. Anyway, so just try, make you go do your own, and your own no go lost. So this not the much we'll go take on top of the show. Thank you so much. Say you Tanda Gidigba Mutos. Join us again tomorrow for another beautiful edition. 9 o'clock. CHRICED Radio and Television, we got you. But for now, continue to follow us on top all of our social media handles at CHRICED Radio TV. And our website, now www.chricedradiotv.com. My name, now Princess Anyana. Enjoy the rest of your day.
People, now on a babe Fali Tiger be this. I deal with now on top CHRICED Radio and TV. It is sweet me for belly to come see and hear waiting the pepper una for body. On I go to see they see me for that una area to come talk about waiting the border una for mind. You know, NDL, it get any mago yarn one I want to talk about. I be how una see this government economy matter for market. Your babe Fali Tiger ready to hear una out. Just listen and watch us on www.chricedradiotv.com and follow all our social media platforms. Just search CHRICED Radio and TV everywhere. On top CHRICED Radio and TV, on a matter, now we own.